Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for August 19th to the 25th. This is for Aries, Aries rising, and Aries moon. We're going to jump right into it, Aries. If you remember your monthly forecast, I said this is the week of weeks. The energies are really strong, and it feels like this crescendo from last week. And I'll bring up some of the aspects from last week that are important this week. But you see that we've got that Jupiter Saturn square. We have this really potent full moon in Aquarius. So as you begin the week, it really is going to feel like it feels like you're on a hike, okay? But the hill gets steeper and steeper and steeper and steeper. You may even feel that your path is becoming a little bit more narrow, all right? Remember, we're feeling that squeeze from Saturn, all right? So just keep that in mind. Remember, you're determined. You're going to make it. You know how good it feels when you get to the top. You got that $1 million view. You got that ice cream van, whatever it is. Whatever you're looking for that's at that top, feel motivated. And I want you to continue to feel motivated this week, activating the pleasure center in your brain, because there is all this opportunity that's coming after this square. All right. And I even put some of the highlights for next week at the bottom here, which we'll touch upon, but some of the aspects this week could be really life-changing. Now, let's kick it off on Monday, August 19th. We do have that full moon in Aquarius. It's a very potent full moon. It is one of the strongest full moons of 2024. The reason why? Well, we've got two T-squares. This full moon at 27 degrees, it's squaring Uranus at 27 degrees. The sun is squaring Uranus at 27 degrees. Mercury squaring Uranus at 27 degrees. Now, I talked about this in my last live stream. To make it, there's so much to talk about here. 27 degrees. It is a mutable degree, so adapting to change, you can expect change around this time. All right. 27 equals 9. Even the date that this full moon's happening, August 19th, 8 plus 1 equals 9. 9 plus 9 equals 18 equals 9. 9 in numerology is the humanitarian. All right. That is what Aquarius rules. So I love what's happening here with that synchronicity, but here's the thing. 9 is really strong. It is fulfillment too. 9 is linked to Mars. All right. When we think about the planets. So Mars can bring a little bit of a conflict in an aspect like this. Remember, Mars is the ruling planet for Aries. Aries, the god of war. So there is a little bit of, it can be a little rocky, but at the same time, Mars is also very courageous and ambition and all about taking action and feeling that drive to take action. So I really want to use that. Remember, Mars is squaring Saturn along with Jupiter at this point, all right, over this full moon. Full moons illuminate. They bring things to the surface off culminations as well, all right? So this full moon happening in Aquarius for you, Aries, your 11th house. That's your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. It's also your social network, groups you belong to, organizations that you belong to. So you can feel a shift around this time. All right. Remember this. We're talking about the humanitarian here. We're talking about the collective. And it just happens to be in your 11th house. So there could be something here that I really just want you to pay attention to. Again, there just could be this big shift. Remember, Aquarius energy is radical. It's rebellious. It's independent. It's revolutionary. Freedom. Okay. So there could be themes around your life around this time. You want to be free from something, breaking free from something, especially with Mercury squaring Uranus at this time. Mercury squaring Uranus is the unpredictable. It's the unpredictable. It's surprises. And so there could be something surprising that happens around this time, or you thinking about something that's your personal breakthrough around this time of the full moon in Aquarius. Remember, Mercury will be squaring Uranus at this time. Uranus happens to be Aquarius's ruling planet. So just think, the unpredictable, there could be some shakeups, but again, it could be your breakthrough that you have here. And it may be a little bit, this is why I talked about the hill with the little steep incline. You have to remember that the sun is in Leo. This full moon's in Aquarius. Mercury is squaring Uranus and Taurus, so you've got all this fixed energy too. And so, sure, you've got some wiggle room, but it's just asking you to be flexible, stay flexible, be open to compromise, and initiate the change that you want in your life. All right, this is a time where you can have that breakthrough that you seek around this. Remember, Aquarius is also the future, so with things culminating around this point, what are some of the things that you do want to surrender? What are some of the things that are not fulfilling you around this time? Now, you will see, and this is a cycle that's ending that began with the new moon in Aquarius, February. So think about what you were going through around that time. All right. So again, we're moving into this new cycle. Now you see the same day, Jupiter will be squaring Saturn. All right. So this is the greater benefic and the greater malefic. So this is quite interesting. This is the first Jupiter-Saturn square as part of Jupiter-Saturn's story being told since their conjunction back in December 2020. How crazy is that? They conjuncted in Aquarius. A lot of Aquarius energy, I'm not going to lie. So remember what I said. This is, and we're going to have a second Jupiter-Saturn square in December 24th. But just remember what I said in your monthly forecast. It's a time to practice patience. Jupiter is optimism. It's wisdom. Saturn just wants you to be disciplined in your personal growth, in your spiritual growth. And you might find yourself feeling a lot more structure or wanting structure in that life. That's what Saturn's going to bring. That is what Saturn does. Remember, Mars, your ruling planet, is also square Saturn. So as I mentioned in your monthly forecast, Saturn can be, like the fun police that's making you take a really good look at your passions around this time, thinking about what motivates you. Remember, Venus is in Virgo. So there is that sense of overthinking things or really, being analytical around this time at a time that Mercury is retrograde, where you're reassessing things. So you could have a lot on your mind in terms of your daily activities moving forward. Interesting, Saturn is in your 12th house. I talked about this. That is everything beyond the physical plane. It's the subconscious, it's dreams, it's intuition. But it's things that are happening behind the scenes. So there are likely some things that are happening behind the scenes for you that could even be, it's almost like if you had, I don't know, if you're looking for a new job, for instance, and you had sent out a resume and you got an interview, you got a second interview, third interview, fourth interview, fifth interview, that's Saturn testing you because you're like, oh my goodness, so many interviews. And then Saturn's like, let's throw them another interview. Okay, they passed that one. Let's send them one more. That's what I'm talking about. Just practice this patience. You're going to be fine. Saturn likes to test. Saturn is life lessons. So if you practice this patient, you're in touch with your higher self, you're going to pass these twists. But it is that squeeze that I've been talking about, that this is where you're going to feel. All right. Honestly, it really is more of this spiritual journey of yours. Jupiter, the ruler of Pisces, Saturn in Pisces. Pisces is very spiritual. It rules the 12th house. So continue to grow, continue to be in touch with your higher mind. That's really going to help you be, true to your authentic self. Okay. Embrace this growth that you're going through. All right. And be strong, not only for yourself, but for others. All right. Remember, vibrate at that high frequency. Love is up there. All right. Radiate, tune into that frequency. Let it expand. Let it guide you. You have this light inside you, Aries. All right. Let it heal. All right. Others and yourself. Now, Thursday, August 22nd, we officially move into Virgo season. So there is going to be this grounded energy that comes with Virgo season. It's being very focused, being very productive in terms of your daily activities, even emphasis on health, wellness, fitness around this time. I wouldn't be surprised if you have the great thing about like Sun and Virgo season for the next 4 weeks, there is a sense of service to others. So the things that you do, other people are involved in terms of what motivates you and your goals and your dreams. So there really could be something here family wise or work wise, or even with your squad. There's even, sixth house rules pets too. So there could be something here with pets for y'all. Definitely spend time in nature. All right. Remember, Virgo is an earth sign. Now, you see that Venus will square Mars this day. Venus and Virgo squaring Mars and Gemini. Mars being your ruling planet. Again, these two cosmic lovebirds around this time. Here's the thing. They're not really seeing eye to eye with this square. All right. It is a little bit challenging when it comes to friendships, relationships, situationships, even for y'all. Communication is going to be key. Remember, Mars and Jupiter are in Gemini in your third house of communication. Here's the thing. If you are in a romantic relationship, this could actually be fine. This could actually, because it's passion. It's passion, and it could be something that really, stokes the flames. All right. So remember, it's how you handle these energies. That's what matters the most. All right. It's what matters the most. So keep that in mind. They're really, honestly, for a lot of y'all, this is definitely going to be something work related here. All right. So communication, again, maybe even relationships in work, colleagues or whatnot. You could even thinking about is this a healthy relationship? Is this a toxic relationship with my boss, with this colleague? Those are some things that could come around this time. Just remember, Venus wants compromise, and you control your reactions and you control your reality. Now, on the 23rd, you see that we're leaving that cosmic, storm, and we're moving into Mercury sextiling Mars. This is absolutely amazing. Again, your ruling planet at play here, which is really special. It's really nice, very stimulating. All right, there's this sense of adventure with Mercury sextiling Mars, really outgoing. You're going to feel very social. Remember, Mercury is retrograde, and so around this time, you could be traveling for sure with Mercury sextiling Mars. All right. There's also this enthusiasm, eagerness to communicate, to be stimulated, especially for nostalgic reasons. You could be going to places that you loved in the past. You could be linking up with people from the past, communicating with people from the past. So I absolutely love this energy. And then next week, we've got all those Venus trines. We got Venus trining Uranus, Venus trining Pluto as well. Those are powerful. Those are wonderful, truly auspicious, and Mercury officially goes direct. So Aries, let's get to it. Let's see what is going on for you for August 20. What? I already forgot the dates. August 20. Oh, no. August 19th to the 25th. Again, this is for Aries, Aries rising, and Aries moon. And if you want to read for any other placements in your chart, you are absolutely welcome to, especially if you know your chart, if you know your birth chart. I would just see, just that fixed energy, that 27 degree, especially Aquarius. But, you would know what I'm saying. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Aries, for August 19th to the 25th. So, Aries, like I said, I didn't say it earlier. I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. If we need to pull clarifiers, we definitely will. Secondly, Aries, y'all are amazing. You are going through some profound changes in your life. Really, really big changes. Your daily life is going to shift really big, especially when we get to September. Oh my goodness. We'll talk about that. Oh, the first 3 days. Ooh, a lot of big changes. All right. So, there you go. You're good. You're absolutely good. You are progressing. You're moving forward. There is going to be, it looks like this week, there may be some situations where like, I don't really know what I want. It's fine, because here's the thing. This is a week that, remember, it's going to test you. It's going to test you in terms of your wisdom, your spiritual growth, your personal growth, in terms of what brings you joy, what you're passionate about. Ooh, you're going to know. You're going to take that time. But you're absolutely good if you work with those energies. Look, you got the Six of Cups. Really great. So again, that nostalgic energy that comes with the Six of Cups. So you could have reconnected with people from the past already, work-wise, family-wise, relationship-wise. I would not be surprised if former, lovers, exes, or whatnot, like came back into the scene. But even, looking at what's going on for y'all, it could even be like doctors or medical professionals or therapists or counselors, things like that as well. But either way, this is wonderful. There's this, harmonizing, the theme that comes with the Six of Cups. So much kindness and sharing and being in touch with your inner child and just saying, listen, I've already gone through enough. I'm going to be my authentic self. I feel secure. I feel protected. This is the biggest house in tarot, indicating that. All right. So really nice cups. Remember, emotions, feelings, love, intuition as well. But definitely, you could have also had some really nostalgic moments thinking about some joyful things in the past that brought you into this state of, this high frequency, which is really nice. Now, you have the Seven of Cups. Interesting. You went straight from the Six to the Seven of Cups. So, with the with the Seven of Cups, well, looking at everything that's going on for you, yeah, it definitely can be a very emotionally moving week for you. Seven of Cups in the heart of your spread, very interesting, really interesting here, because you know that you're going through a big transformation, right? Seven of Cups is attributed to Scorpio. Scorpio does rule your eighth house of transformation, death and rebirth, really big changes. But with those changes, you got to know what you want. You got to, whatever you're manifesting, be true to yourself, be your authentic self. I've been saying that I talked about my last live stream as well. The fact that Neptune is still retrograde at 29 degrees. It's a critical degree. That is something that I am going to harp on plenty of times. Remember, Neptune brings illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism. It's asking you to be your authentic self, know what you want. You see there is a little bit of fog here, a little bit of smoke and mirrors here as well. You can see all the cups are very different. So it really, this path that you're choosing for yourself, ask yourself, is this me? Is this me? Is this what I truly, truly want? The great thing is you do have opportunities, plural. All right. You have opportunity. So know what you want. That's going to make the biggest difference. Listen to your inner voice. Remember, I said cups are intuition as well. So whatever you are manifesting, know that, make sure that it's vibrating at the same frequency that you are. Now, you have strength in your challenge area. Very interesting here. Well, two things that are happening. Looking at what's going on here, it doesn't really seem like, well, yeah, sure. I could tell you to find that inner strength and that courage and move forward, but it seems like that it's more about that action that you take and finding that source of strength. If you feel that you need it through a situation where you don't know which direction where to go, when I say find that source of strength, where do you find that source of strength? Is it God? Is it the universe? Is it your children? Is it your Gucci bag? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, just as long as you feel it in your bones, all right? Now, the other thing is there may be someone, and I'm getting really big family energy, maybe even children, who may not be seeing eye to eye with you this week. And there may be a little bit of overconfidence in them. And just keep that in mind. Remember, this is a big week. This is a big week where a lot of people may not see eye to eye on things. All right. There's, Mercury square Uranus. It's definitely going to be a big thing. All right. So surprises that are coming up and, the unpredictable, unexpected. But yeah, there may be someone who make sure that you communicate and you are responsive, not reactive. Okay. If there is someone that is a little bit too, or someone that you may feel like you need to bring them up to your frequency. All right. And someone that may be a little off course and they're like, come on, come over here. Let's have this talk and let's move forward together. Now, you got the High Priestess, very interesting in your crown. And that's why I talked about progression, because you did get the High Priestess in your challenge area last week. All right. So there's your progression there. The High Priestess coming out. Now you are trusting your intuition. You are so in the zone. Now, remember Saturn in Pisces and, even Neptune in Pisces. I mean, all that activity in Pisces, your 12th house. And so everything up here, intuition, like I said earlier, even healing, use that for healing. Even, there is this emotional connection that I really love with the High Priestess, attributed to the moon here. This is just really, really trusting. Remember what I said about dreams. Pay attention to your dreams this week. There could have even been some dreams that you've had that have inspired you, or you knew what to do after paying attention to those dreams. That is something that is calling to you. But she is the guardian of the subconscious. So you're protected. You can go really deep this week, even on this, very deep subconscious level, unrooting things as you move forward. Now you have the Knight of Cups and the root of your spread. Very nice, because it seems like you are on this mission to go after those things that make you feel romantic, that make you, even you may romanticize as well. And in a direction where you're seeking to be emotionally fulfilled. Remember, you have a lot of cups here, okay? You have the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, even the High Priestess with that moon energy, intuition. You've got the Knight of Cups here. Very intuitive knight, but very romantic knight. He is a knight in shining armor. So there could also be you that are in a relationship and it's just going great and you are experiencing it because you're staying frosty, you're being cool, you're not being pulled by these energies that are happening this week. You're utilizing them to your advantage. Okay, that's what these aspects, you control them. That's what I said, you control them. This is really great because there is a sense of a lot of creative energy here as well, but there is a sense of emotional fulfillment that you're seeking. You're in the direction of moving toward that with the Four of Wands in your future. You see the couple here, by the way. So again, there is so much, did I say like family, children energy was coming up for me? There, it seems like that. And, that does include like significant other, whatnot. But this is great. This is great. Some of y'all may be celebrating some big moments moving in that direction. You got the Four of Wands in your future. This card is attributed to Aries, who pulled one of your cards. And so it is this great celebration of yourself, first of all. But second of all, there is someone else involved here. It can be or some of y'all may feel that in terms of a relationship, solidifying a relationship that can be work as well. Remember, there's a lot of work activity with all this Virgo energy for you. All right. So partnerships and work, career, your profession, maybe you own a business, you get a new client, whatever it is, there is something to celebrate. And also it's milestone energy. It could be the fact that maybe some of y'all are moving in this place where, you're getting proposed to, maybe you are getting married. There's definitely something to celebrate, but it feels very home centric. Now, let's get to your staff. Oh my goodness. Aries, what a week. What a week. I want to know what's going on with y'all. If you like this reading, by the way, it would be great. If you like, subscribe, all that fun algorithm stuff. If leave comments, tell me what's going on. Tell me what is happening with my Aries. I love you. All right. So let's, listen, you're fine. You're absolutely good this week. Just know what you want. That's all this is saying. I mean, you're really good here. You did get the Five of Wands. Hey, that's fine. Listen, it is a conflict card. It's the least conflicty of the conflict cards, with it just being kids swinging their wands in the air. But this is what I talked about earlier with Mars squaring Saturn, Jupiter squaring Saturn. Even with this full moon in Aquarius, there can be a lot of, and Mercury squaring Uranus, not seeing eye to eye, surprising things being said. There could be a lot of egos at play. That's what it is, but it's not worth your time energy, all right? Not worth your time, especially if it has something to do with love, relationships, romance, even career, okay? Colleagues and whatnot. Maybe there's, a little bit of a disagreement in how this is done, how we handle this. So keep that in mind because some of y'all may be feeling it this week. You did get interesting Six of Cups, Seven of Cups, right? And then now you got the Four of Wands, now you got the Five of Wands. So just bear that in mind. It's not worth your time. Whatever comes up, it is just energies that you can easily move. You can rise above from and move past. Now, you got the Death card in your external factors area. So when I say this is a big week of change, you are absolutely going to feel it. This is that transformational process. This is you moving in, and significant. I mean, we're talking about major arcana here, but significant, very significant. You see the sun rising in the horizon in the background. So there is this sense of, yes, one chapter of my life is ending, a new chapter is beginning, especially with this full moon in Aquarius, which is endings. And so this is really great. I would encourage you to see your last week's reading because that was really big, indicating big changes to come for you. All right. And this is a very auspicious card. It's almost like, yeah, there's like big change. I mean, with the Four of Wands here, this is huge. This is really big. And also the death card is attributed to Scorpio. So with the Seven of Cups and the death card, wow, big change. All right. Remember, that's death and rebirth. That's transformation. So you've got this rebirth energy. You also got the Three of Cups. Really great. So another card of celebration and joy, and even just celebrating life itself. It seems like that's what you want. A lot of faith. You see the three sisters here. Okay. You definitely have a squad. And when I say squad, sure, it can be friends, it can be your family, it can be even like your crew at work that gathers at the water cooler talking about, brownies that are in the fridge, whatever it is. But you can't even distinguish whose arm is whose. That's how tight the squad is. But there is a sense of celebration of something new as well that's coming through that you're seeking. And remember, stay on that path. It may get a little bit narrow with Jupiter squaring Saturn, your ruling planet squaring Saturn, and the full moon in Aquarius. It's still there, though. It's still there. Now, Queen of Pentacles and your final outcome. I mean, when I say you're good, you are absolutely good. Look at all of this. You're good. This is a week where it's water off and Aries back. All right. Water off and Aries back. You're going to be absolutely fine. Queen of Pentacles, the richest queen. So yeah, there is that sense of money. Sure, it's pentacles, but pentacles are your physical reality. It's this wealth in your world. But having the resources to build the world that you do want to live in. And so remember, I talked about rebirth, that you're moving into this rebirth, this new thing, this thing to celebrate. It's what you're seeking anyway. A lot of it is coming to fruition with you being in touch with your higher self, with you really going deep. You even see the little bunny rabbit in the corner here representing that fertility and growth and that joy and success. But anyway, really great. Absolutely amazing. There are a lot of references to the Magician as well with the Queen of Pentacles. So again, something new, but that's coming up for me particularly. But I want you to know that there is a sense of you taking care of others that is going to be really highlighted this week. But taking care of yourself as well with resources in your physical world and financially, of course. And it definitely can be career because Queen of Pentacles is Capricorn. And so with that said, remember we had really two strong back-to-back full moons in Capricorn that already happened the past few months. You are probably seeing shifts in career, all right, big shifts in career because Capricorn rules your 10th house, all right? So especially if you're Aries rising, all right, especially if you're Aries rising, that could be a big thing, but every Aries is going to feel, all right, the energies of everything that I said, all these aspects. Queen of Pentacles, really great. You're moving into this place of comfort, place of change, but remember, you've got to know what you want. Surrender those things that you know are not part of your path. All right. And you're going to be absolutely fine. Aries, you're good. You don't even need any clarifiers. You're good here. This is clear as day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Next week, Aries. Wow. I think that I do September. I think I do September. There you go. That's a big month in itself. And what is happening this week, by the way, is only it's only adding to the big changes that are coming as soon as we kick off September with a new moon in Virgo, Uranus going retrograde at 27 degrees. A lot of changes. Okay. So anyway, Aries, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. I will see you next week. All right. Bye-bye.